Now we have Cathy and Nesbitt here from Cathy's Crawly Composters, and today we're talking about Compost Awareness Week, which actually happened last week.
That's right.
So we're doing sort of a follow-up to Composting Awareness Week. Why, in your opinion, is Composting Awareness Week so important for everyone?
Well, of course, it raises awareness.
Yes.
It's in the title.
Yeah.
So composting, of course, you know, I'm really passionate about keeping the organic matter out of landfill. So Compost Awareness Week just brings awareness to the value of the organics and how we can do composting and create wonderful fertilizer.
Yeah.
And composting is really at the forefront when it comes to, everything when it comes to recycling and getting rid of those household items that you don't need anymore.
Exactly, yeah. There's so many things that can be composted that people aren't aware of. That's right.
Now, you've brought along these takeout sort of drink containers, which we're all familiar with.
You go through the drive-thru, you ask for 4 coffees. What do you got?
You get one of these things, and they put them inside. So what is this made from? What kind of material is this?
This is recycled, yeah. These are recycled fibers, and these are wonderful for composting because once something is recycled, this is compressed fibers, so they're really short. So these break down really, really fast once they get wet and get into the composting system.
So this is sort of a key material for composting.
Absolutely.
It can help you out.
That at all.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't at all.
You would just think it's just trash.
People just think of leaves for composting, but when you need a carbon nitrogen base, and so the carbon is the leaves, straw, cardboard, or drink trays, and the nitrogen is the food scraps. So
what are people doing with these? Throwing them out?
Well, hopefully they're being recycled or green bin, but I think that a lot of these do end up in garbage, in landfill. And it's really sad. The coffee shops won't take these back for health reasons and liability. But if somebody goes to the coffee shop every day, they can bring this back. Nothing happens to it in one use.
Well, imagine your daily coffee run at the office.
Yes.
Okay, we all have it. And this would be, how many? This would be a week
for
worth?
1 week. If somebody went once per day for 1 week, so 5 days, Monday to Friday.
That's your list right there.
And that's only 4 coffees. Sometimes you're carrying a few of these trays.
And sometimes you go 2 or 3 times. You see the construction crews, and they have like 6 of them. It's crazy. So imagine those guys.
Okay, so let's talk about what this would be for an entire year. Jeff and I are going to help you because we have them here. We have the supplies here. And we're going to show you. It's quite amazing. So let's start.
Here we go.
Start bringing them up and do a stack. Now, how did you collect these, Cathy? I mean, where did you get all of these from?
Well, I have people collecting all kinds of stuff. I collect shredded paper and food scraps and 2-liter cartons. So these are just one of the items that I happen to collect.
Oh my goodness!
So this is a year's worth of cartons.
Look at this.
One person.
One person.
This is all degradable. You do not have to throw this out.
Biodegradable.
That's right. It's biodegradable. So we can put these in our backyard composter.
Cathy, we can't even see you anymore. There's so much.
We can put these in our backyard composter. We can put them in a worm bin. You can use them as mulch. You can put them in your recycling bin. There's all kinds of things that you can do. And of course, you can just take them right back and use them again and again.
Okay, so you mentioned using these in the composting bins. How much of this material do we need? I mean, we take 1 tray. What do you do? Cut it up into tiny little bits and sprinkle it in the composting with the food? You
could do that, but these are really hard. So what I suggest for these is dunking them in a bucket of water, and then they smoosh really nice. So then you just sort of rip them into, because it is pretty hard and it would be really hard to cut. Nobody would do that. So just smoosh them in water,
dunk them,
and then that's one of your base. Now we were going to talk about how to prepare your backyard composter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
York Region had a compost day a couple of Saturdays ago, and they were offering subsidized composters. I can't remember, $20 or $30.
Okay.
So now that people have their composter at home, what do we do now?
What do we do?
So people want to put their black earth machine on open ground. If there's grass, just cut a piece.
Okay.
Put your composter right on the ground, and then put some sticks in. So it's a checkerboard pattern.
A little base.
So there's some airflow. And then you just start layering browns and greens. So the browns are your carbon, so it could be drink trays, paper, leaves, cardboard, any of those. And then your greens are your food scraps.
Okay.
So you sort of do a combination. You add in a shovel of soil every now and then to add the microorganisms. And then you need to turn your composter. So either, with something like a broom handle or a rake handle, poke it in as far as you can, like a witch's cauldron, 6 or 8 spots.
Stir it up.
Make sure that it stays moist. If your composter dries out, everything gets preserved, so it just gets preserved. Yeah.
Don't add water to it.
Don't add water?
You do add water.
So just a little...
Make sure that if it's going to rain, leave the lid off, and then it's going to soak it. Yeah. And now, if you don't want to do the turning, the magic ingredients.
Well, what's that, Cathy?
Oh, well, guess what? It's worms.
Worms!
So if you add worms to your backyard composter, they do the turning for you. No more need to do the turning. They hate being turned, in fact.
So it's really the procrastinator's dream to buy worms.
Absolutely, yeah. So much leisure time. You know, I always imagine people going, oh, I wish there was a better way. And now there is.
Now there is. So and they have to be red wigglers.
Red wigglers are the optimum composting worm. Now, I hear from people often that after rain, they'll throw the night crawlers in. That's okay. They're going to go all the way through. Yeah. They're not going to stay in there because it's too hot. It's not the right, you know, they don't like the nitrogen. They would eat the drink trays, but they wouldn't eat the food scraps.
So if you want to pick up a composting system that involves the red wiggler worms, they can find that with you.
Right, I have indoor systems, that's right.
Yes, perfect. And I also wanted to talk about, I mean, you have people from the community who donate, I mean, they collect these items for your composting business to make things run.
Yes.
What are some of the items you need from the public?
Oh gosh, right now I'm in need of 2-liter cartons, milk and juice cartons.
Okay.
They need to be rinsed out and dried, otherwise they start going moldy and I can't use them.
Right.
Yeah.
But I use those for my half-pound of worms, my castings, and my worm birthday parties. That's
worm birthday
parties? What is that?
A worm birthday party, I go and it's a themed party, not for the worms, for the child. And
all the worms are wearing little hats.
That's right, but you don't know which end is which, so some of them wear them on their butts.
But they don't know.
That's amazing. So you do a little party with all of the kids and they walk away with valuable information they're actually learning.
And the loot bag is the 2-liter carton on its side, a micro version of what they've learned, and a handful of worms.
And really quickly, you also do school programs as well?
Schools, yes. Yeah.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Go to the website, www.cathyscomposters.com, or give her a call, 1-888-775-9495. Coming up, Greg Lawless with a great musical performance.
Can't wait.
We'll be right back.